Okay, my name is Ms. Jackie Janmohamed, and I'm the chairperson of Cricket Kenya. Yes, it's an amazing position to be running cricket which is a very chauvinistic society that we have all over the world. When I was 3 years old, I used to watch league cricket in Kenya, and it just went on from there. Unfortunately, certain people do not address the issue correctly, and I don't mean to be critical of anyone, but if you see in South Africa after apartheid, there was that affirmative action policy that took place. I don't believe that there is that affirmative action policy taking place to say women have been marginalized for so long. Like becoming an MCC member, women only became members about 15, 20 years ago at best. So I think we need to take that affirmative action and get women into cricket. It's very important because you look at it, it's the mothers who come to cricket. Yes, the fathers do, but it's the mothers running around with the children all over the place and making sure they go for whatever sport it is. So it's very, very important for women to be in cricket. Well, it can be encouraged by making them feel important. Let's start off with the girls' cricket. I mean, women's cricket has been there until recently, even at the ICC. The women's cricket was a committee. Now it's changed, as I believe, of last year. It's no longer being run by a committee. But I believe every county that you have in England, if you have a specific women's representative there who focuses mainly on women's cricket, I think it could make a difference because, that's an only focus. It's not looking for men's cricket and jumbling everything together because men's cricket's already there. I believe that having that would help. And also when you take it to schools, I know of some schools where they wouldn't want male coaches, and it would be useful to have female coaches there who are now teaching. It's the women teaching the women. I'm not trying to segregate, but it would help. I mean, and again, I don't mean to sound sexist, but whenever women have to get into something, because of where they've come from, they'll work very, very hard to get it done. Because, when you've been marginalized all your life, so, you feel I've got to do this twice as hard just to be thought half as good. So, you put more of an effort and it always bears fruit. I recognize a lot of this because when I look at the way these children are playing, I come from Africa, so it is because Africa is very poor. I mean, we don't have the infrastructure that I can see like at Headingley or whatever. Even our best ground is not as good as Headingley, forget Lord's. So yes, we've got kids who play even in schools. Though we're taking the development program, they'll have the crates, they'll have all sorts of things to use, stumps, they'll use, sticks for those to be bats. So yes, I do recognize this because I also do know that I was in Pakistan about 2-3 weeks ago, and this is something very similar to what I saw, where everywhere you go, people just play cricket. So it brings back a lot. It brings back a lot of memories, but it brings me back the home of the reality of Africa to me. People look at the players as role models, but what I'm not sure about is whether they look at them as role models for cricket or role models of the kind of money they make. You look at men's cricket and women's cricket both. The turning point of a cricket player comes at the age of about 17, 18, just when you're finishing school. You could have cricket and the parents and all put pressure on you to say, get yourself a proper job. Because cricket, a lot of parents do not consider to be a proper job. So that's when the turning point comes in as to, do I take a job like a doctor or a lawyer or architect or whatever the going thing is at that time, or do I become a cricket player? And if it means you've got to take on being a female cricketer, you've got to make that decision. The only problem with a decision like that is if you don't get an education because you've gone into cricket and suddenly you don't make it to the highest level for whatever reason, then what happens to you? For the first time in Kenyan cricket now, we've had a professional male squad from 1997. For the first time, after I'm taking on my first 3 women cricket players, as in fully contracted women cricket players. Now, they may not be able to earn as much money as the men's cricketers, but it's a start. And they are going to also go to the schools for development.